Hello, hello, my friends. I am back from an errand running extravaganza. I feel like, I've been running at about 100 miles per hour this morning, and I feel like I'm finally taking a moment to just sit down. And while I'm sitting down, I thought that it would be a perfect time to share this Bath and Body Works candle haul with you. Now, like I said, I'm filming this on Saturday. I was doing a lot of shopping like a crazy woman. Who goes out and runs errands on a Saturday? Apparently, everybody else in this town, community, city, I don't know. So I was out with the masses today, and I think that's why I'm feeling a little bit frazzled. So I'm pretty happy to be home. However, I did want to get this video filmed and up for you hopefully on Sunday morning. So that way, if you are interested in any of these candles, you can still take advantage of the $12.95 Mother's Day sale. They also had some hand soaps on sale. I think some body care like the fine fragrance mists are on sale. But for me personally, I was only interested in candles this time around. So that's all that's going to be in this haul. I made two purchases. One was a BOPUS order, and then there were a couple of candles that I wanted to actually get my nose onto in store before committing to a purchase. So I did make two purchases today. I am very thankful to my friend Drew Yock. He sent me over a nice $10 off of 30 coupon. I know that one was actually circulating in the emails, I think, on Thursday. I didn't get that one. For whatever reason, my emails are kind of messed up with Bath & Body Works. I should call customer service and get that squared away in all of my spare time. I'll get to that at some point. But I did want to say thank you to him for sending me that 10 off of 30 coupon, because anywhere we can save money, that's always a great thing. So let's not waste any more time with lengthy intros. I have 7 candles here to talk about. I actually purchased 8. So one of these candles I purchased 2 of. It is a candle that is returning. I'll let you guys all guess in the comment section down below which one I purchased 2 of. You may also be surprised to see another candle that I purchased, because I'm giving it a second chance. This is a candle that I've had before and I wasn't too impressed with it. In fact, I ended up returning it, but I'm giving it a second chance this year. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get into this candle haul. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Katie. I love to talk all things candles. If you want to stick around for more candle content, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoy this video, please don't forget to hit thumbs up before you get on out of here. All right, let's go ahead and talk about a candle that it's been one of my favorite candles of 2024, and I've been on the fence about purchasing another one. However, they did still have some of them in my store, and so I decided that, you know what, if I want one more of those in my collection. Now, this is a candle that I don't see myself burning probably maybe until later on in the summer, or maybe even early in 2025. This is kind of like a good winter to spring transitional scent in my opinion. This is Hummingbird Tea Cake. So I was really happy to see that my store still had these in stock, because this is a candle that's been around since like January of this year. Fragrance notes on Hummingbird Tea Cake are pineapple cake batter, cinnamon spice, and toasted pecans. Now, I did a dedicated review on this, and the candle that I had earlier this year performed really, really well for me, which is another reason why I decided that I wanted to go ahead and repurchase it. It wasn't sooty. It gave me pretty good strength and throw. This candle to my nose, now it says pineapple cake batter, and here's the funny thing. When I smell this on cold sniff, when I smell the lid, I smell more pineapple than banana, but something happens when this one is burning that it kind of like shifts more to like a banana fragrance. So I'm not really sure what I'm smelling here. What I do know is that the cinnamon spice and toasted pecans gives kind of a spice cake accord to this, very similar to the spice cake note that you find in the sweet carrot cake from their Easter collection. I really, really love this fragrance. I feel like, you know, I go back and forth, like when they say pineapple cake batter, this is not overly pineapple, but it's also not overly banana. I know a lot of people say that, like, oh, I smell banana in this, and I really can't make the distinction which one I think it is. I feel like it's a cross probably between both. I'm sure if we had more detailed fragrance notes, we would probably see banana listed in there. But this is a really nice fragrance, and I still think that this is a candle. If you are a gourmand lover, if you still like these spicy fragrances, I think that this is still really appropriate for the summertime. So this was a repurchase. All right, another candle that is kind of what I'm going to call a perennial repurchase is one of my favorite summer to fall transitional fragrances. I know a lot of you guys are like, Katie, we're not even talking about fall. We're not even thinking about fall. We're just getting into the summertime. But this is a fragrance that I usually like to start burning late July, early August. It's one of my transitional scents when I feel like I am over, the citrus and the fruits like the berries, and I'm over coconut and all of the tropical sunscreen type of fragrances. This is a fragrance that I reach for. Good old summer Boardwalk. Now, it's funny, when I went into my store today, I'm really glad that this was one of my BOPUS orders, because when I went into the store today, I didn't see any more of these on they had like a little like rollaway kind of kiosk, I guess, that had a lot of these new summer fragrances on there, or like this new summer release on it. So I'm really glad that I got a BOPUS on it, because I think that I wouldn't have been able to have gotten it otherwise. Fragrance notes on this are caramel glazed popcorn, warm taffy apples, salty sweet cream. So this candle is so good. The apple note that I detect in here is very similar to the apple note that they use in Cider Lane, which is one of my favorite fall fragrances from Bath & Body Works. Other candles that kind of have that accord with other brands, if you're ever looking at Kringle, their apple cider donut has a similar apple type of like apple cider scent to it. This is nice because you still get some of that, like they call it like the caramel popcorn, and you do get some of that caramel glaze in the background, but it's not overly cloying. It's not really something that my nose instantly detects as like, oh, that's caramel. Caramel can be kind of like a hit or miss note. I feel like it's a polarizing note in a lot of home fragrance. But yeah, the warm taffy apples, it's a very sweet, gooey apple. Salty sweet cream. Yeah, there's a little bit of saltiness to this. This just makes me think of like like the fair or something. Where I grew up, the fair was usually always in late August, early September. It always ended on Labor Day weekend. So yeah, this fragrance does remind me of that. So I was glad to have another one in my collection. If you like to purchase from Homeworks, they had a caramel popcorn scent that smells exactly like this as well. In fact, I need to check my email. That Carnival collection is coming back, you guys. Spoiler alert, it'll be back this month. But I'm trying to remember if I saw the caramel popcorn listed as one of the fragrances that will be making a return. Stay tuned, you guys. I'll have a whole Homeworks video next weekend for you guys. But yeah, this is really good. So I was glad to have another one in my collection. Another repurchase for me is Santorini Coast. Now, I did have this candle last year. To be honest with you, I feel like I liked the packaging of last year a little bit better. So, but I do like this lid. This kind of feels, it's not that heavy lid like the sweet carrot cake, like it's not as dense, but there is kind of like some texture on it that is really nice. So this fragrance to me, it has creamy coconut, almond blossom, warm vanilla. So I know that I have made comparisons between last year's version of this with the vanilla coconut surf. I actually still have 1.5 of those still in my collection. I love that candle. That's another candle that I've really been loving. And it's funny because now that I got my nose on this Santorini Coast, I will say that I feel like this candle has slightly more creamy coconut vibes. There is a slight element of nuttiness. I think it's that almond blossom in the background, whatever they're using for that accord. Did it say almond blossom? Yeah, almond blossom. I do think that lends just a hint of a difference between this one and the vanilla coconut surf. But if you like the vanilla coconut surf fragrance, I think that you will like this one. This one is not as musky in my opinion. I feel like that one has a little bit more of like a musk undertone, which don't let that scare you off, you guys. I just mean that in like, it smells a little bit more like natural coconut. This is very creamy coconut with that almond blossom in the background. I really, really liked this fragrance last year, so I was very happy to see it make a return. This is also one of those candles that I feel like it just blends really well, no matter like it blends really well with a lot of summertime fragrances. It's a little bit more elevated take on coconut. This is not your tropical fruity drink coconut. Just very creamy, good coconut, almost like a coconut milk or something like that. That's what it reminds me of. So I was very happy to see that one make a return. Let's go ahead and talk about a candle that is new to me. Now, this is part of the Asian American Pacific Islander collection. This is the one that I feel like I'm seeing a lot of people talk about. This is roasted sesame. So on the label here, it says scented candle made with natural essential oils. Sweetened black sesame is at the heart of a traditional and historic Korean dessert. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. That is very special to me. Like a carefully crafted fragrance, its creation is a true labor of love. So this fragrance is created by Linda Song and designed by Kenneth Iwata Chiem. I'm so sorry if I butchered that name, you guys. All right, this, let me read the fragrance notes on it. Roasted sesame, toasted hazelnut, sweet maple. This is nice, you guys. It's a gourmand fragrance. If you're a gourmand lover, I think you'll like this. On first sniff, you know, it's funny. This reminded me a little bit. It's not the same fragrance, but I've kind of put it in the same family. There's something about this that kind of reminds me of Kringle Candle's Sweet and Savory, their Reserve line candle. There's a savory element to it, but there's the sweetness. I think that sweetness is definitely coming from maple. It's funny, when you smell the lid and you smell the wax, you kind of get different things. So yeah, the lid, I'm getting the sesame in there. It's like a toasted sesame. Little bit of nuttiness. There's a nuttiness to this, but then the sweetness as well. I think that's probably the best way that you could balance out something, where you would say, I can't determine if this is more sweet or savory or if it's perfectly balanced. I think it's perfectly balanced between the savory nuttiness of sesame and hazelnut even in here. But there is the sweetness of maple, but it's not cloying maple. Yeah, this is really nice. I see myself probably burning this one more towards, like, again, it would probably be a summer to fall transitional scent. But I really like it. I don't really care so much about the packaging with the black lid here. I mean, I get it. Everybody has different design aesthetics that they gravitate towards, but it's a nice fragrance. So I decided that I wanted to go ahead and give it a try, especially because it is a new fragrance. All right, here's another new fragrance that actually, when I posted my early May candle chat video, that went live this morning. Remember, you guys, I'm filming this on Saturday. One of you, I believe it was Riley, said that you are loving Citrus Grove. So that was one of the fragrances that I said I want to get in store and get my nose on it before I purchase it, because quite truthfully, you guys, there's so many citrus scents out there that sometimes I'm like, is it genuinely like a unique fragrance, or is it one that I already have in my collection? Sometimes I like citrus fragrances, and other times there have been some orange fragrances, particularly with Bath & Body Works, that sometimes I'm like, there's something about it that's not hitting right with my nose. So the fragrance notes on this are freshly picked orange, sparkling citrus, lemon twist. So again, this also has that textured lid on it. This is good, you guys. This actually, I should have been smart and brought out these. I should have brought out the Vanilla Coconut Surf to compare to Santorini Coast. And the other candle that I should have brought out right now before I sat down to film to compare with this is the Kringle Reserve Orange. A lot of similarities between this one and the Kringle Orange, the new Reserve line. Very much a fresh, juicy orange. A little bit of lemon in the background there. Maybe not really like an effervescence, I wouldn't say, but this is very much like kind of like orange juice. I really, really like it. I think Citrus Grove is probably a really appropriate name. And quite truthfully, I kind of like the packaging on this. You guys, packaging really doesn't, I mean, I say that it doesn't really suck me in, although like the Kringle Easter collection packaging totally sucked me in. But most of the time, you guys, I burn my candles in colored hurricanes, like they're like an amber color. So I don't ever really see the packaging anyways. I like this a lot. I actually see myself burning this with the Psychedelic Citrus. That's another Reserve line candle that I got from Kringle. I think that they'll pair nicely with it. Also with that Blood Orange and Sage Gimlet that I have from Homeworks, I feel like it'll pair nicely. So Again, another good citrus scent that I did purchase. All right, you guys, are you ready to see the candle that I purchased 2 of? And don't be surprised if I purchase more of them as the summer goes on. I hope they stay in stock. But this is a candle that I tried last summer. I think I had 2 of them. And when they were out of stock, I was really kicking myself that I did not purchase backups because it was a fragrance that I loved so much. In fact, I think that this is one of the candles that made like my top candles of 2023 list. And that award goes to Palo Santo Vanilla. Might be a little bit surprised, right? But I did purchase 2 of these. So the fragrance notes on this are Palo Santo, Woody Musk, Tonka Bean. Oh my goodness, you guys. There is something about the vanilla note that they add, because I don't really like their regular just Palo Santo candle doesn't do it for me. It's the sweetness of the vanilla mixed with the Palo Santo in this that I am like, give me all of that. Again, this is a fragrance that I love burning like late July, early August. Here in Arizona, we tend to get a weather phenomena here known as the monsoon, which is we get all of the moisture that comes up from Mexico. And we usually have a high pressure system that sits up over the 4 corners. You guys are learning a lot about meteorology apparently now. And when that high pressure system gets going, it draws up all that moisture. But of course, like prior to that happening, it's been like 115 degrees here. So it's like we've cranked on this oven and gotten all the convection going. Long way of explaining that usually by mid-July into August, we get these wild thunderstorms. And I know like you guys in the Midwest tend to get wild thunderstorms with tornadoes and all that kind of stuff in the springtime. We get that effect going on in the summer. And when I smell this candle, I think of the big thunderheads starting to form over the mountains in the distance. Yeah, this is just what I'm thinking of. I think of like kind of like rainy evenings where, because that's most of the time when those thunderstorms will strike. It's usually going into the evening hours. And I think of just lighting this candle. I also want to stock up on this because this is a fragrance that I definitely see myself pairing with last year's Kringle Reserve Great Pumpkin. I feel like mixing this Palo Santo Vanilla with just a good, like your favorite, I don't want to say generic pumpkin, but like whatever your favorite pumpkin scent is, I feel like blending this with that would just be like an amazing fragrance. Remember last year, you guys, Homeworks came out with that Palo Santo pumpkin, and that was incredible. And that's kind of like what's given me the idea of wanting to blend this with the Great Pumpkin. But so good. So I made sure to purchase 2 of those. But mark my words, you guys, if there are more sales coming up over the summer, which we know there will be with Bath & Body Works, plus some coupons, I could definitely see myself probably buying, honestly, probably another 2 or 3 more of those because I love that fragrance so much. All right, let's go ahead and see the final candle that I purchased. And you guys might be shocked to see this one because if I am remembering correctly, you guys, I filmed that, 7 months ago? I think that this fragrance made my worst candles of 2023 video. But I don't know why. Maybe it's my preferences have changed or they tweaked the formula a little bit. But when I smelled this in store today, I was like, I actually kind of like that. I purchased Under the Sun. Yeah, I didn't like it in 2023. In fact, I burned it. It smelled weird to me and I sent it back. The fragrance notes on Under the Sun are sweet coconut, sunny banana, warm jasmine. This fragrance to me, if you use Sunbum sunscreen, this is Sunbum in a candle. Yeah, that's what my nose is smelling. And it's funny, my husband ran errands with me today, so he came in with me to Bath & Body Works. And I held this up and he smelled it and he was like, that smells like your sunscreen that you wear, when we go to the pool and whatnot. I'm like, yeah, it smells just like Sunbum. I like this. Banana, coconut. It's not really like, it's not sunscreeny like vacation sunscreen or like the 90s sunscreen. It's very much, if you wear Sunbum sunscreen, this is what it smells like. That's the best way that I can describe it. It's fruity, it's fun, perfect blend of fresh banana and coconut, like a ripe banana. I love it. I'm really loving it. So I actually see myself possibly burning this with, I have the Vacation brand, believe it or not, their Pool Boy candle. I can see myself burning this one alongside that one. I just really like it. So I don't know what's happened. I feel like it's just really different from last year's. Last year's, there was something wonky with the banana that, especially when I lit it, I was like, oh, there's something's not hitting right. And so I hope that doesn't happen this year. I do like the packaging of this. I think it's just very simple, reminds me of going to the beach. So we're going to give it another try and see where it goes. So, oh, and the other thing I was just going to show you real quickly, I did have a rewards. I am so stocked up on body cream, and I don't really use a lot of the fragrance sprays. I tend to like to use the body creams with some of the perfumes that I have in my collection. So I did go ahead and decide to use my rewards on one of these coconut exfoliating lip scrubs. I figure in the summertime, especially like sometimes when I'm wearing like a lip gloss all day or something, I do find that my lips get a little bit drier, and so I do want something to kind of flake them off here. Yeah, but just a little simple coconut exfoliating lip scrub. I figured why not? I had the rewards and they're expiring soon, so I figured why not? So let me know in the comment box down below. Did you take part of this sale? Are you trying to hold off and be like, nope, I'm good with my collection. I've got plenty of summer candles. I would be curious to know. Again, I do believe that this $12.95 sale is running at least through Sunday evening, but it's a great time to take advantage of some Bath & Body Works candles if you really like purchasing from the brand. This is typically the price point that I am comfortable paying Bath & Body Works. I usually don't like to pay any more than like $12.50, $13 at the most for their candles, because I've always said that they are the highest risk for me. They either perform really, really well for me, or sometimes they dead out halfway and they get sooty and I have to crock them. So we shall see how this goes. Like I said, I do have a dedicated review already on the Hummingbird Tea Cake. And the roasted sesame, I'd love to tell you that I'd get a dedicated review out for that one soon for you guys. But to be truthful with you, I have so many summer candles that are just on my lineup right now for dedicated reviews. Citrus Grove, I could actually see myself realistically probably getting to this month for you guys. But otherwise, I think some of these candles have been around for a while, and you probably already are familiar with their fragrances. All right, I'm starting to ramble on and on. Again, please consider subscribing if you are new to my channel. Hit the thumbs up if you found this video helpful or you enjoyed it. I do want to say thank you so very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.